Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome to the Coeur d'Alene Resort on PGA Tour 2K21. This course was designed by Palo and this is an award-winning golf resort which does boast some of the most breathtaking par 3s you will ever come across in your life. So let's get right into this one. Let's take a look at the course settings. As always, we're leaving everything at default. Fairways are firm, greens are soft, and the green speeds are medium fast. We're going to be playing off the gold tees, which are playing 6,811 yards. Really can't wait to get into this one, guys. So intrigued to see how this plays. I have played it on every version of the golf club franchise. I can't ever recall playing it with soft greens though, so really intrigued to see how it does play with the soft greens. So, hole number 1 is going to be a par 5. We've got 4-mile-per-hour winds that are going to take us from the left to the right. Just looking to set this down the centre of the fairway. I have been working on a new swing, guys. I tell you what, if I can swing like that for the rest of the round, I am a happy man. But I am now trying to swing from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock on a clock face and see if that does improve the outcome. So we're just going to try and run this 3-wood up towards the green. Fascinated to see how the soft greens react in the game. Like I say, I've put a slow on that one. That's going to miss the green to the right, I do believe. Can't recall playing soft greens on PGA Tour 2K21 as of yet. So this is a first for me on the channel. So we've got a chip shot here. We are 12 yards out. Just going to take the sand wedge. I'm sure we'll find out how responsive these soft greens are. That's ran out fairly well for us and it should leave us a very makeable putt from 3 feet. And we do convert our first birdie. But a lot of people think this course is in France. I used to think that myself. I think the name, the Coeur d'Alene, I do hope I'm pronouncing that properly. But it is actually located in Idaho in the United States of America. It is well known for the 14th hole, guys. I think everyone knows it for the 14th hole, which is one of the most picturesque holes in the world, which is the floating green. Can't wait to play that one. But good tee shot, swinging well so far. Long may it continue. This is a long par 4. Just looking to catch that slope and run this down towards the pin on this second green. Just going to float this 4 hybrid up. This should hopefully land softly if we do hit the green. Slight slow there, I don't think it's going to affect us too much. And it should actually find this slope and start to feed down towards the pin. That is a fantastic golf shot. Is it going to sit? It's actually trickled a little bit past, or should I say more past the pin than I hoped for. But we do have a 13-foot putt. Green speeds are 165. So the greens are fairly fast, but it worked really well with these soft greens. Very, very receptive so far. But great start to the round here. Back-to-back birdies. And we do move to 2 under par. Now this is the first of the par 3s, guys. Honestly, they're breathtaking. Look at that. Very little room for error here. Got a 7-mile-per-hour wind, so just going to de-loft this 8 iron. Just a touch. And see if we can land this at the top of the slope. We get the perfect. Oh, that wind is really holding me up. That's going to come up short now on these soft greens. We're not going to make it up that slope. And that is going to leave us an uphill putt. Probably about 22 feet. 25 feet, 1 foot uphill. Not a lot of break in this one. It is breaking both ways, but basically counteracting each other. Let's see if we can get the weight right here. Good putt line. That's got a chance. It's got a very good chance, and it does drop for our 3rd straight birdie. And we have made a great start to this absolutely stunning golf course, guys. So pleased that it has been ported over here by the designer Palo. I would definitely go as far as saying he's touched up some of these greens. The greens look and play completely different to how I recall on the previous version on the Golf Club 2019. But hole 4, short par 4, Very tight fairway here. Just setting us down the left hand side, hoping that 8 mph wind should bring us back across. Slight fast, but the new swing line so far is working for me, guys. I'm probably about 3 rounds into this new swing, but I have noticed a lot more straighter swing lines with this new technique. Let's see if we can float this sand wedge in there. We've got that 8 mph wind. It should hold us up. With the soft greens, this should sit down instantly. We get the perfect. That should sit down really, really quickly for us. Don't spin. Oh, we did generate a little bit of backspin there, but it's going to leave us probably about an 8-foot putt for another birdie here. 9 feet out. This one is going to turn right to left, slightly uphill. It's got a good weight on it, and it's got an even better line, and we do pick up our 4th consecutive birdie, and with that we move to 4 under par. So really cutting this course up so far. As we move on to the second of the par 3s, and look at this, wow. I think we can come down to the 8-iron, just de-loft it, but we're really going to have to put this way out towards the bunker here, because the winds really affect the ball a lot more in this game, in my opinion. Oh yes, we get the perfect. Anything but the perfect there, and we could have been in trouble. Is this going to sit down? I think we're going to catch that slight slope. We have done, and we actually failed to hold the green there. That's trickled right into the heavy rough here. Just de-lofted that a little bit too much, but let's see if we can convert this chip for another birdie. Ah, never hit it. We also got a slow, but that's going to leave us no gimme by any means here from 3 feet. But we do pick up the first par of the round, and with that we remain at 4 under par. But what a fantastic course, guys. It really, really is. So impressed with this version on the PGA Tour 2K21. So with that downhill elevation, that 7 mph wind, we're going to have to come down to the 8-iron. I would imagine if we're slightly short, we may get a kick off the downhill heavy rough there. But setting this out, allowing the wind to take us round. Hopefully we get the perfect. See if we can find the front of the green. Oh, I've put a slow on it just ever so slightly, but that will be punished. Wind's trying its hardest to take us round. May kick on. No, heavy rough has sat us down very realistically there. It's another green in regulation we do fail to hit. But these back-to-back par 3s here are absolutely breathtaking, guys. That's got a chance. Just feeds past the left-hand side. Good attacking chip shot. And we should pick up our second par. And with that, we're going to remain at 4 under par. So, hole number 7. This is a very tight fairway here. With that 8 mph wind, just going to apply a touch of fade here. And hopefully find the left centre of this fairway. Need to put a perfect in this. Ah, we've put a slow. That could well be bunker bound. Nowhere near enough fade applied there, guys. Still trying to get to grips with the draw and fade mechanics in the game. Let's see if we can run this up towards the pin. Not the most of punishing locations. I reckon we could land this good bit up the green here if this comes out well. The lie's not bad. Oh, great connection. That should run up well. There is a slight slope protecting the pin here. Don't think we're going to make it up, no. But great recovery from there. Probably looking about a 15-foot putt. 21 feet. So another putt that's swinging both ways, but just going to favour the left side of this cup. It's going to turn really hard right first couple of feet and hopefully start to feed back towards the cup. It's broke harder than expected. Good weight on it. Tried to make its way back towards the cup. But we do pick up another par. So I think that's 4 consecutive birdies, 3 consecutive pars. And we do move on to the 8th hole, still at 4 under. This is a fairly short par 4 here. I think we can come over the top of this tree that's situated right in the middle of this fairway. Once again, we just get the ever so slight slope. That's not really going to affect us, as you can see. And that should leave us a lob wedge, maybe even a sand wedge, into this 8th green. Lob wedge is going to come up short. So let's go sand wedge. This club should be almost perfect, actually. Just applying a touch of loft, applying a good bit of spin, cutting down on the ball here to apply the spin. And this should sit down on a dime for us. That wind and the slope at our feet should take us towards the pin. We get the perfect, beautiful strike, by the way. This should be all over this pin like a rash. Should sit down. Does sit down. There's the backspin. And what a golf shot that is, guys. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like button. And we should pick up birdie number 5. And we move on to the 9th hole, which is going to be a par 5. Let's see if we can finish the front 9 at 6 under par. This should be another green that we should just about reach into if we find a fairway here off this tee shot. Get the perfect. Swing tempo's been really good today, actually. We have had a few slows, but they've just been minimally out with the perfect timing zone. Oh no, we're actually not going to reach this in 2. Let's see if we can just chase this driver as far down this fairway as possible. That 7-mile-per-hour wind should move us to the left. Ball at our feet as well. Slight slow. Oh, the wind's not taking that due to the low height we got off the driver there from hitting it from the deck. That's a poor shot. We're probably going to be punished. I'm going to have to execute the flop shot here, guys, and I find it just such a tough shot to execute here. Got the perfect. Is it going to check up? No, it's not going to check up. Sorry, I said flop shot. It's a splash shot. Brain's frazzled this morning. Not had enough cups of coffee. That's left us a very tough putt for birdie. This ball is going to swing hard right as soon as it leaves the face of the putter here. Don't want to play this too firm. Is it going to turn? Is it going to turn? Oh, good weight. Just didn't break as much as I expected it to. Disappointed to pick up the par there, but we are 5 under par, pardon me. And we've made a great start to this round as we move on to hole number 10. Starting to see bits of the resort now, guys, with the tennis courts and everything. Fantastic tee shot. And it looks like we are going to thread the eye of the needle here. And that's really going to open up this green for us so we can really go and attack it once again. 153 yards, but we've got an 8-mile-per-hour wind. Just going to deal off this 8 iron ever so slightly. Allow the wind to carry us and take us round to the right. Should land short of the pin and hopefully check up. Green feeds back to the left anyway. Oh, I put a slow, but we're just out with it. This could actually work in our favour. Should kick left. Does kick left. Is it going to check up? Grudgingly starting to slow up, but it is going to leave us a very makeable putt for birdie number 6 here. 7 feet. Certainly no gimme by any means. Is it going to turn? It does turn, and we do convert that right into the centre of the cup. And we move to 6 under par. So, hole number 11, this is a par 5. It's another short par 5. It's not the longest of courses, guys. But it is tight fairways. Some of the pins are well defended. Oh, there's another slow. Fairway should kick left. The wind is helping us out here as well. I don't know if we're going to be able to reach this green in 2. There will be water dividing the fairway and the green. We will get a closer look at that. There we go. There's no way. I'm just going to have to lay up here, I think. I'll just show you. No way we can risk this with driver. So we're going to come all the way down and just try and leave a full wedge into the green here. That wind should take us round to the left. Try to get this on the flat surface off the fairway. Oh, it's a huge slope. That ball's not going to get to the left side of this fairway like I'd hoped it would. That's a schoolboy error because we're now playing off a slight slope. Could be in between clubs here as well. 117 yards. 8 mile per hour crosswind. We're going to have to go to the pitching wedge and really loft this up. Not applying too much backspin. Don't want this to spin back due to the contours of the green. But the wind, this 9 mile per hour wind should really take us round. It's a tiny slow. It shouldn't affect us too much. This should sit down, make him up a little bit short. Don't spin. Fortunately, it didn't spin. And that's going to be another makeable putt for birdie number 7 here. 7-footer. Slightly uphill. Got to take your time with these putts here because these are really missable.
So far, so good.
It did drop with a bit too much pace, but we'll take it. And we do move to 7 under par. So a great round so far. My best round on the game so far, guys, is still 11 under. Can't seem to beat that. I think I've had 2 or 3 rounds of 11 under. But this is the penultimate par 3. And it is a longer one. The variations in the scenery differences in some of these par 3s and how they play is just, it's tremendous. So 3 wood, allowing this 10 mile per hour wind to take us round. That slow may just help us out, you know. There is the hotel you are seeing there. Beautiful, beautifully designed, this, guys. Wow. So impressed with this. Like I say, these are no longer course review, guys. They're just course recommendations. Letting you guys know that these courses are available. I do try and source the best videos, the best courses for the videos for your guys' viewing pleasure and for you to go out and play the courses yourself. That needs to turn. I don't think it's turning. No. Weight was really good, just didn't turn as much as it looked it would. And we do convert that par putt. And let's move on to the 13th. Really excited about the 14th, guys. As we all know, the world famous floating green. Water's in play here, but we are going to take it on. Very tight fairway to hit, but hopefully we can execute it perfect and allow that wind to take us around. Oh, it's a slope. That's going to be in the heavy rough down the right hand side. Wow, did you see that? It was like our ball split a flock of seagulls. Never come across that before. I ain't playing the pitch shot, guys. So what we're going to do here is, due to the lie we have, we're going to fully loft this lob wedge up. Try and spin it. Should land short of the back of the green and hopefully spin back towards the pin with a good execution. Oh, it's another slow. May work in our favour though. Should spin back. We did apply a good bit of spin. No, it didn't spin back at all. Must have just been with it due to the timing. But we do have a 9-foot putt here. This is for birdie number 8. This is going to turn slowly but surely to the left. Oh, just played that far too firm. Why is it saying that I hit the perfect power? I didn't. Poor putt. I always seem to have a hole where my putting's poor and really lets me down. That's got a chance if it turns. It does turn, and we do manage to pick up the par save there after that atrocious birdie putt. But I still think the putting at times, guys, is really glitchy. As we move on to the world famous floating green here. Look at this for a hole, guys. Wow. I'm going to be brave here. Just try to land this front of the green. If we are too long, there is a backstop there, but relying on this 4 mile per hour wind holding us up, just de-lofted this 5-iron. So we're keeping this 7-iron low. Slight slow, but that actually should make it up onto the dance floor. Oh, if we never got that slow, that could have been tracking right at the flag. It's going to leave us a little downhill putt. Probably about 12 feet, 14 feet, slightly downhill. It's another putt that's just going to gradually turn from the right to the left as it makes its way down the break line. We've played that dead weight. It's turning nice. Oh yes, delighted to pick up the birdie there. If all the holes I wanted to birdie before we teed off, it would have been this one. But look at that par 3s we've just played, guys. Absolutely majestic. And we are 8 under with 4 holes to play. This is a slight dogleg right here on the 15th. I think this is actually the shortest of the par 5, so we should comfortably reach this green in 2 here. Should be a 2-wood. 3-wood, sorry. It's actually going to be a 5-wood. 5-wood's going to be perfect with that 8 mph wind. So just try to find the left-hand side of this green, as you've seen there. Let that slope feed us down towards the pin and hopefully give us an eagle opportunity. Ball's going to move slightly left at our feet, but yardage should be good if we do execute the perfect, which we do. Now this should feed right. May have a little bit too much club there. Could have done with lofting that up a touch or two, but we do have a makeable putt from 14 feet, down 3 inches. This one's breaking left to right. It's really going to turn hard the last 3-4 feet. This should start to swing hard now. It is. Oh, what a putt that is, guys, for the eagle. And with that, we move to 10 under par with 3 holes remaining. Really enjoying this round. The ball physics now in this game, guys, especially with these soft greens, are just absolutely mind-blowing realistic. They're so realistic. Oh, there's a slope. Should just about have enough fairway to work with here. But the guys at HB Studios and 2K really have done a great job with the much improved ball physics. And the soft greens, guys, are just a joy to play. This course is absolutely stunning. Looks great. Plays even better. We do get the perfect here. This should sit down fairly quickly. May run past the pin just a touch. But look at that. Soft greens are so receptive to these high irons and wedges. We are firing into them. And we pick up another birdie, and we do move to 11 under par. So if I can finish with a birdie in either of these 2 holes here, this will be my best round in the PGA Tour 2K21. I think I've had 3 or 4 rounds of 11 under, just never managed to break or shoot lower than it. So far we are bogey free. Slight slow, but that wind is trying to bring us round. Don't think we're going to drive that green. There's a false front here. It should take us off to the right, just like that. Such a well-designed course from Palo. So impressed. Let's see if we can splash this just short of the pin and see if we can get it slightly releasing towards the cup. Perfect execution there, just checking up. But it is going to ensure we have a tap-in birdie from 3 feet. So we do move to 12 under. I've never been 12 under in this game, guys, so that is a first for the channel. Also, what we need to do here is secure our par down this final hole. Certainly not going to play safe golf, that's for sure. Quite a tight fairway here, Bottleneck Fairway. A 7 mph wind should bring us back if we execute the perfect or the fast. Oh, what a time to get a huge slow. You couldn't make this up. You could not make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Almost killed a man in the crowd there, just missed them. Oh, this tree's right in our way. We may have to draw this round as 3, you know. Just looking to chase this down the fairway. Out of this heavy rough. Possibly leave a pitch. Maybe a splash. How far is that going to make its way down? That is the $1,000,000 question. I need that to run at least another 20 yards from now. No. It's going to be a pitch. I hate pitch shots. Tell you what, we'll go for a flop, guys. The only thing is, if you get a fast or a slow in these flops, it's game over. Right, we're bang on yardage with the flop. Just going to fully spin this back. Set it out to the right because the wind does affect this. Would love to get an up and down here. We need to get an up and down for the par to finish 12 under par. Oh, it's a slow. That could be bunkered. You couldn't make it up, guys. I should have kept my mouth shut on the 18th hole before teeing off that we just needed a par. Need to chip this in for the par then. Is it going to run out? It's a safe side. It's going to leave us a very makeable putt from 6 feet for the bogey. But once again, just can't seem to break 11 under par, guys. But there you go. What a course that is by Palo, the Coeur d'Alene Resort. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please leave a like. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.